2025. Interesting. Alright, first, before I go to that office, I'm gonna see if Lenny's opened up the 3rd floor. Because I'm curious like that. Hello, cat. Wait, too far. Or if Lenny's just standing around up there. Nope. 3rd floor remains firmly shut. Do I want to bother the doctor with the symbol? I do. I'm gonna try it. Like, he's not gonna appreciate my intrusion again, but who cares? Unless, of course, he's not here anymore, in which case I can't bother him anymore. That is a good way of ensuring you can't bother the doctor. He's gone. I don't know where. Okay, so Bruno's gone, the doctor's gone. Everybody's gone. Wait, no, too far. Let's not go into the basement. Oh well, I guess the game's kind of railroady a bit. It's, I don't know. The Asylum is too big of a place, I think. There's way too many of these, like, kind of unnecessary transitions that just exist to give you the sense of space, make this place feel big and foreboding. But because it's a point-and-clicky, and not like a... Wait, what? She's gone too? Literally everyone is gone. Nobody's around anymore. More Kickstarter backers. Spotted the finished person right away. I don't think I had any of those, like, tiers that got me into the game anywhere. I just backed the game to hopefully see it happen and to also, like, just get my copy. It's kind of sad that they didn't put this in any kind of other order. It's alphabetic. You could have been a lot more... Ah! Cats! If this was like a proper horror game and I was actually scared right now, that would not be cool. I'm kind of... This is less horror right now and more just puzzling. I'm okay with that. No, not the syringe. No, not the acid. No, not the glass. Keys. If the office has been locked and inaccessible for a long time, why are the lights still on? It's raining outside. Ellis Hawthorne. And the most faded diploma. Another surgery picture from history. Prime human is always a... Yes, the subhuman. That's what we all called you behind your back anyway, the subhuman. I'm afraid my colleague Anne elected to take an inferior direction in her career. Our physical body reacts to physical impulses. We could spend ages assessing the mind's response to kind words, but ultimately it's the configuration of our phenotypes that matters. And that of the superior haplogroup. Eberspacher insists on her holistic approach, which inevitably devolves into a waste of time. Our society is crumbling. We have to do something. Rawr. I've had the good fortune to work with various unique patients. Behavioral complications deeply rooted in minds. Value in dedicating efforts to those with real hope. Without real hope, patients unable to produce a single neurotransmission that results in a meaningful stream of thought productive to society. The paranoid, the lonely, who've mistakenly confused the cacophony of modern life, assaulting our senses each day with actual mental problems. You don't have mental problems, the world is just shit. Get used to it. Try some more. In the end, our existence is a biological accident. Okay. I don't disagree. Doctor's got it going on. Key. So I got a key to a locked door, which gets me a key to a locked door. What a puzzle.
This is the next subject. Yes, we may proceed. Leave it to me. Hello, Leonard. Do you remember me? I'm Dr. Hawthorne.
What do you want?
Well, you may not remember this, but yesterday you went inside a place, a big room. We need to know what happened in there. What did you see?
I don't remember.
You need to make a big effort to remember, Lenny, or unpleasant things may happen.
There was a tunnel, but not ours. Things looked different. The smell, oh, such a bad smell.
I'm sensing Lovecraftian
But
vibes
then-
again.
No.
The big underground vault of horrors.
Happens next, Lenny?
At the end of the tunnel, I entered a room. Oh, my head was in pain. So much pain.
Describe that room for me.
I don't want to go back. I don't want to remember.
Describe that room. Now.
It's so large. The walls are strange, with shapes I've never seen, and there's a glow everywhere.
This is like Lovecraft, the Mountains of
And
Madness
in
or
the
something.
center,
What is at the center of the room?
no,
What did you see?
my head is pounding.
Think. Think. Remember.
No, 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 no.
You must remember, Lenny, for our sakes.
Not the Final Fantasy movie.
The room. I'll turn off the recorder until he's ready to speak again.
Well, Lenny's had a bad time. Let's not click on that again. Walter insisted that we thoroughly document these experiments. We tried straight for our questions. What did they see? Could they hear any sounds? How large is the chamber? They seem to have no recollection of the encounter. What is the being inhabiting that chamber? Does it look like an animal? Can you describe its shape? Did it move? Nothing worked. Whatever happens in that chamber provokes a severe reaction. We tie a rope around each patient's waist and push them inside, resisting the temptation to gaze beyond the threshold with all our might. The patients remain still or are paralyzed even. After a few minutes, we firmly pull the rope and haul them out. Bruises are inevitable as they hit the ground, but there's no better way of doing this. They don't react to any stimulation while in that chamber. Walter then uses the device to lock that strange door. He's far more knowledgeable on esoteric matters. This is Lovecraft. This is some kind of Lovecraft. We believe what our patients experience is unbearable fear. Our initial guess that they were becoming paralyzed was correct after all. It's like they shut down in the presence of that blasphemous form before them. They're setting this up big. When we see whatever is in that chamber, there's no way it can live up to the hype now. As we drag them out of that ancient room, I'm curious what we'll see if we ever get into that room, though. I now understand what we must do. The goal is to instill fear. Minds are clearly processing the visual information. The theory is that if we are able to reproduce the conditions, we should be able to recover details about it. Our current approach is savage. We subject them to extreme situations in hopes of prompting the reaction. I'm not proud of blatantly beating someone like some goon, but the promise of the knowledge and purpose concealed in that chamber is too powerful. I spoke with Ebersbacher about the regression she's observing in Group E. Of course, I had to play the fool, but her incessant babbling formed an idea in my mind. H has pyrophobia. The mere thought of fire or talking about it makes him tremble in fear. I took him to the boiler room. And the intense heat... Uh-huh. We managed to obtain much more information in these new sessions. Picture is beginning to form. JC, afraid of dark. LH, brittle bones. So Lenny's got brittle bones. BL, a denigration. RB, sexual act. JC, afraid of the dark. Again, which one am I? Because obviously I'm one of those patients from that group. That's why this whole thing is happening. Question is, which character am I? Crawford, Hodgson, Rebecca, and LaRoche. Lenny. I think we have the right number of... Is this gonna turn out to be like a twist? I'm not actually one of the patients. Lenny remembers me as a patient, though. I can't be a doctor, right? Like, this could be a twist ending where I'm actually Dr. Hawthorne or something. I just don't... I've lost my memory or something. Okay, we have a new key. So let's head over to the door of doors. Oh wow, we actually have a proper rain effect. It's not a terrible one even. You have to have a dark and stormy night in a horror game. The thunder sound isn't too impressive. crossfading of tracks. I need to look into the AGS engine and see if I could use 2 ambient sound channels and crossfade between them, like that. Or even if AGS has a crossfade function. I've never looked into that. I should. That might make my life a lot easier. Off topic. Ooh, this is Offense Hero. 2 a.m. already? Time flies in Hanwell Institute. The director's office. He is also... This is the kind of art I want to collect. I want to live in a distant country house and collect stuff like this. That's a duck. I want that. I don't need a portrait of myself. I know what I look like. I want these. Yes. I made you a new emoji for your channel. Okay. Did you... Oh, you sent it to me on Discord. Well done. Hey! Excellent. I shall add it at some point. Oh! Oh, I thought it was for the Discord channel. It's for the Twitch channel. I'll have to look at which one I'm going to replace, because I'm already full. Twitch doesn't let me have many of them. Okay, so... But yeah, I'm going to have to take a cat feeding break in a little while anyway, so I can see about adding it then. We have drawers, and they are shut. We have a trash bin that is alarmingly stuffed. It may have been the painting of a round arse, but it felt more like a sadistic act of torture. I don't know, it looks cool. I want that on my wall. I want to sleep and have that in my bedroom wall, so that when I wake up in the dead of night, this is what I see. Empty. Less empty. And a very low resolution pen. More pens. Papieren. The Vision of Hanwell. Okay, it's just history of this place. I think we've gotten the memo on that. Hold on, the handwriting is pretty bad. Proceed news of your current line of research. What remarkable find? See if you can locate in your local library a copy of the Solix Vellum, an ancient manuscript by anonymous author. Presents alternate configuration of constellations, one deemed too profane by the would-be astronomers of his age. Eh? We prepared to delve deeper into the tunnel. Ellis had a few words with the security staff, laying the backup as usual and warning them about patients often going missing while he returned them to their cells. Smell was unbearable. As we stepped forward, we noticed curious patterns on the stone walls and also objects such as pots, effigies, and other fragments scattered on the ground, which were covered by a layer of spongy moss. Or is this going to just be like, it's the mushrooms. Parasitic fungi. Because that's another... We have like 2 different avenues of what this horror could be. The game is kind of keeping us guessing. We both agree that the 3rd floor of the hospital currently in disuse would be a suitable spot. I think 3rd floor might be open to us now. My hands are shaking with adrenaline as I transcribe his account. What we found at the end of the tunnel is beyond our comprehension. Ultimate, glorious secret right here beneath us. We cannot go in. Our rational minds wouldn't be able to stand it. The same patients from Group E as before are the key to making progress. It's nothing short of a miracle that our financial woes prompted us to resort to using our own patients to conduct the work rather than professional construction crew. The entity with a capital E. I have no other words to describe him now, so it's both an entity and a him. But if an alien being operates beyond the limits of our comprehension, those impulses would fry our brains. Unexpected turn of events. All patients presented that the entity have developed an anomaly. Something physical had changed in them. They are all developing brain tumors. Yay, it's a tumor! Tumor. I have the brain problem. As soon as we can tell they're all developing... This is happening is that weird damaged minds can't withstand the glorious sight of being underneath. Brain tumor. Oh, I just realized that's why the automatic surgical table exists. We're gonna have to do Dead Space 2 things, aren't we? We're gonna have to get a brain tissue sample from ourselves. Or Lenny. But probably ourselves. Yeah, Strabe. Ellis had the brilliant idea of stimulating tumor growth in the same rodents already assigned to oncology. The patients, they're acting differently. It's difficult to pinpoint the manner. They simply don't feel the same. H was found lost in the basement and we didn't take him there. Also, L is known to experience absence seizures. But today I observed him in the yard and he spent many hours just staring at the ground below him. There's very possibly something wrong inside me. The first step was to confirm if the tumor is real. Oh boy! I get to take a piece of my own brain. Hooray! The pregnant lady trapped in the mental asylum was not feeling well. Well, okay, I know where to go and what to do to get a brain tissue sample of myself. I don't know how to study it, though. That's a bit beyond me. Are we gonna do this? Act like... How does this... There's no way I could operate this frightening device without further information on it. I've seen a document about it somewhere. I think we may just have to find it again, though. Or not. Well, the power is on. I'm gonna save my game now. Before I have surgery done to myself. The button didn't respond. The machine was unpowered. That's perhaps for the best right now. Okay, I think I need to find some operating manual for this thing. I'm pretty sure I've seen something like that here. An ancient Greek drawing. Not really what I'm looking for. I don't think I've checked these. Not that there's anything here, it seems. I've already gone through those. Oh yeah, this is what we need. We need the... Yeah, because we have the glass slide. There's got to be somewhere I put the... Oh yeah, the sample's going to be there. I need to get it on the glass slide, and then I need to look at it with a microscope. I think that's what we're going to be doing soon. So... I need to figure out how to use this thing. I know I've seen a document about it somewhere. No, this still isn't it. Okay, this was the document I was thinking of, but that's not exactly an operating manual. That's just a newspaper clipping. Is Mr. Doctor around? If he's come back, maybe he can tell us how to operate a brain surgery on ourselves. Nah, he's still gone. Damn. Okay, check the third floor. Maybe we'll find something there. If Lenny's moved his cart. I love that the... No, he's still here. Damn it. Lenny! Lenny, I need you to sort this shit out. He has done the most of it already. Where would I be? If I was the operating manual of a mysterious surgical, auto-surgical device, where would I be? so I'm gonna look here again. There's nobody even to ask from right now. Oh, yeah, that's the reel. Maybe that will give us the information. If that's got something on it, we can take a look. Hold on. Downstairs. Group therapy room. Which was, I think, here. We've watched this tape before. How do I... I've watched all of these before.
Bertrand, are you...
Yeah? How do I put on my own tape?
Since the renovation of the
This we've listened before.
But this so and when
Unskippable, I have to click through it. There's no, like, interaction to let me switch the tape to... Is there another player somewhere that I'm thinking of? God damn it. Bertrand.
Are you feeling better today?
We've watched all of these already.
How are you feeling today?
Okay. How would I... It's the right kind of film reel, though. Right? And this is the only player I know of. How do I watch it? There's no interaction that would allow me to use inventory items here. You have to have that specific icon. Well, what the frick? I have the tape, I have the player, I don't know how to combine the two. Why? Why is this so difficult? It should be like the most obvious thing here. Unless it actually is in a different format. This is the only glue. What? Okay, I can't use it. I'm not aware of another tape player anywhere. That would allow allow me to use it. I wonder when the puzzle comes that has the library be meaningful. I'm assuming that'll come eventually. Hey, I think I found the user manual. Neurology was the key word for that. Coordinates are calculated according to body mass, gender, and age. Turn on equipment using control panel. Rotate the principal knob to the appropriate unit that corresponds to the patient's cranial dimensionals. Let me pick up the wired activator and press the button to set the procedure in motion. Can then be taken in with a standard syringe, but be sure to properly sterilize the syringe so that not to contaminate the sample. Okay, and here we have the samples. Okay, I have my user manual. I just saw neurology here and I thought, hey, let's take a peek. The puzzle that needed me to use this thing came much sooner than expected. Miscellaneum. Aw. Well, I can come back to that later. How do I disinfect the needle? I have the acid. Is that what we use to disinfect? I'm still mystified by this record, or the tape thing. I have a tape. I have a player. Tape player. But there's no select tape from inventory prompt anywhere. No. There was mention of a third floor theater, though. So maybe that's what we need to wait to get access to. Okay, with those instructions, can I operate the machine by myself? Like, it's a set it and forget it. And then it just punctures a hole in your face and takes some brain. How bad can it be? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go... I'll do one more thing real quick. This isn't disinfecting anything, but I'm gonna... There was a bathroom here, which has a sink, and we used that to clear the the syringe before. Do I have to do it again? I have a clean syringe now? I'm not sure how clean the tap water has made it, but we clearly think it's clean enough. Okay. So the instructions were turn on main power. Done. Set it. Like so. If I made a mistake, I might... Okay. My face is throbbing. I have red juice from my brain. It sure is brain juice. Hooray! So then we put the glass slide here. And then empty the syringe onto that. Did I do it correctly? I guess so. It's a tumor! I think. Something was missing. What's missing? What's missing? It looks exactly like that picture down there with the blue squiggly, but why aren't we registering that? Journal updated. I need a tissue sample to compare against mine. Oh. Gotcha. Okay, that... Okay. Hold on, let's clear the syringe for a third time. The guys were cultivating the tumors in the rats. So if we can find cancer rats. Then maybe that's the thing. So hold on. Laboratory. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a cancerous rat in a cage. That sure is a dead rat. Where's my syringe? This item wouldn't help me open the cage. Oh, I need to open the cage first. Huh? I did what now? I melted the rat. Was I supposed to melt the rat? Huh? Are we now gonna automatically compare to the rats? I have no idea what the logic of that was. We just doused a dead rat with hydrochloric acid and the rat ceased to exist. I didn't get a new inventory item or anything. We may be operating on a certain degree of moon logic. Okay, does this do anything different now? I don't know why it makes an electric buzzing sound, considering it's a completely manual thing. Something was missing. Yes. Why did we melt the rats? I thought we were like gonna melt the bars or something and get the rat out so I could get a tissue sample from its brain. This did not go the way I expected it would go. Now what? There's no interaction points here. There's nothing I can click on. Titanic sinks. Did I mess it up? Was I not supposed to do that? Oh, I haven't noticed these drawers. Wait, is there something on the reverse? No. I might be missing something. Is this smear what's left of the rat's brain? I'm so confused now. There was a rat here. There's just mush now. I think we did melt a hole down there. And so this is what's left of the rat. But there's a tag, TPT-091. And there's nothing else we can do here. There's no interaction which would allow me to pick something up. Or use something. It didn't do like the Alien movie where it just strips down to the bottom floor, I think. We can go check the laundry if we want, but it doesn't seem to have burned a hole through this. So... what did we accomplish with that? TPT-091. Do we have a list of rat samples somewhere? And why can't we zoom in on them if they won't open? Okay. I can't go into any of these side drawers, I think. They're not interactables. So many drawers I've missed. No, this we've read. Been there, done that. What about these drawers? Stuck. I'm trying to remember, like, have we seen a list of rats? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. More drawers that I've missed. You never know. And it's pointless. Fuck. Oh, there's so many. And most of them are still just completely useless. There's more. I see more drawers. For fuck's sakes, game. How many? Bad handwriting. My dear Walter, grateful for as I am for your kind invitation. Okay. Hold on. Do these also then have... Yes, they do. So many drawers! Let's hope I can spot which ones are important. Most of these just seem to be junk. Okay, no. These drawers don't exist. These cabinets don't open. Wait, what about these? Did we check these already? I don't know. I've lost track. Okay, those ones are shut. Let's double check these ones. I'm pretty sure we checked these ones already. Yeah, these look familiar. Yeah, and these were the shut ones. Okay, so we found a couple of things, but not what we were looking for. Where would the rat list be? Like, there's something to this tag, this ID of TPT-091. What do you mean I couldn't read the label from this position? I think that might be a incorrect message. Okay, I'm none the wiser then. Why do I feel like I've seen a list of rats somewhere? No. Library, maybe? If we've missed some kind of record somewhere, some note. Complete guesswork on my part, though. Let's at least take a look. Pharmacology, physiology, pathology. Hold on. The Castle in the Forest by Norman Mailer. Because the instructions said that the sample should be studied by an experienced pathologist. Do we need a book on pathology? No. Okay. No luck. No. Trying to double check if there's anything in Dr. Ebesbacher's notes that I might have missed. No, this we've already gone through. This is the same. There are only one drawer here I can look at. Sure is a statue. Why is there a text prompt for picking it up? No idea. Where would I get information about the rats? Rats. Rats. Where the rats? I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules. Cat wants food. It is cat food time. There's no one I can ask in the game. All the characters are gone. Have that. Brain tissue containing a sample. Wait, so I'm looking for a proper sample, not just the dead rat. That tells me which sample, but I need to find the samples themselves, and I haven't found those. Museum? Would they have stuck them in the museum? Okay, I'll go take a quick look and then I'm gonna go feed the cats. I don't know if I've seen those kinds of samples anywhere. But there were a bunch of like tissue samples and random stuff in here, including that. Yes! Yes, 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 this is it. Do I dip the glass slide directly into that? This is where we got the glass slide as well. Ah, yes, it is here. How do I get the... The tweezers. Oh, I'm so dumb. I've missed that item entirely when I came here. I just took the glass slide. There we go. Now I have comparable material. Success! Okay, I should have remembered that. I completely forgot about those jars, and them being in a museum didn't quite click with me, but okay. We'll get to that in a moment. First I gotta feed these cats, because cats demand food. From both sides. Do you want food? She wants the food. Ruoka. Onko ruoka-aika? Onko meillä ruoka-aika? I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I think they're being loud and demanding. All right, I'll let the cats have their food. I'm going to save the game. Like so. And I'm going to go feed the cats, and I'll be back. I also need to refresh my remaining drinky drink.